Hello, welcome everyone to this ChatGPT Masterclass, How Realtors Win with AI this year. So today I'm going to show you how this tool can save you time, help you win more clients, and ultimately close more deals. This isn't going to be theory or fluff. It's going to give you real life prompts, real demos, and real estate specific examples that you can take away and use right away. By the end of today's session, ChatGPT won't feel like just a piece of software. I want it to feel like your own personal assistant and marketing partner. So let's go over why most agents underutilize ChatGPT. Here's the reality. Most agents think that they've used ChatGPT, but they're barely scratching the surface. If you've only asked it to write a caption or a listing description, well, you've only seen about 5% of what it can actually do. Most agents are missing out on the features that save 60% of their time and can literally transform and run their business. That's why we're here today, and we're going to fix on that. Okay, so let's go over what's possible right now. So let's talk about what's possible for you now with AI, and you can instantly create polished marketing, listing descriptions, brochures, and social posts that stand out. You can literally save hours every single week by automating repetitive tasks like client updates, showing itineraries, and email drafts. I want to make sure that you never walk into an appointment unprepared again, because you can role play objections, practice scripts, and even generate talking points using ChatGPT before you walk through any type of door. And the magic of AI, you can take one idea, like a new listing, and turn it into 5 different assets: a post, a reel, an email, a postcard, and even a script. So here on the screen, you can see an example of me putting a prompt in ChatGPT. I told it to write a friendly seller update text. 2 showings today, one like the home, but not the location. Still waiting on feedback from the other. And you can see that it gave me a warmed and professional seller update. Hi, seller's name. Just a quick update for you. We had 2 showings today. One buyer liked the home, but one felt the location wasn't the right fit. I'm still waiting on feedback from the other showing and will share it with you as soon as I hear back. So you can see how quickly it can save me time on drafting a text. All right, so let's talk about free versus pro account. Now, let's be honest. You can use the free version of ChatGPT. It's great for quick, one-off tasks like captions or emails, but it is limited. It doesn't remember your style, and you'll find yourself repeating context over and over. With the Pro plan, you unlock features like projects, custom instructions, file uploads, image uploads, and even web browsing and deep research. That's when ChatGPT becomes your assistant, not just a writing tool. Okay? So you want to make sure in this industry that you are paying for the pro version. This is about $20 a month, and I'm here to tell you it's worth every feature. And here I want to show you what a free plan, a regular prompt can be: write a short Instagram caption for a new listing in Henderson, 3 bedrooms with a modern kitchen. Versus a pro prompt, you tell AI, you are my real estate marketing assistant. I want you to always write in a professional but warm tone. Summarize the CMA into 3 talking points for my seller that I'm meeting tomorrow, and suggest an Instagram post that communicates current pricing trends. So you can see the difference there. You want to be as specific as possible when you are talking to ChatGPT. All right. So I love this feature. I want you to start making your ChatGPT sound like you. One of the biggest mistakes agents make is letting AI sound too robotic. I'm personally to a point where I can quickly see if something was written by AI or an actual human. So that's why you want to set up your custom instructions. I want you to think of AI at this point moving forward as a collaborator. You are the human and it is the robot. And together, when you collaborate, you create magic and create more time for yourself. Okay, so here's an example on the right-hand side. When you click on your profile picture, you can see my name there with my profile photo, Valerie Fair. When you click on that, you're going to then select Customize ChatGPT. Now, the image on the left there, the bottom left, you're going to see the prompts that I gave it. It asked me what it should call me. So when it talks back to me, I like for it to call me Val instead of Valerie. It asked me what I do. I told it I'm a realtor, communication strategist, and vice president of marketing and sales at the Alessi Realty Group. It asked me what personality should ChatGPT have. I have it currently set at default, which is supportive and communicative. There's some funny ones in there. You can have it be sarcastic with you, thoughtful, cooperative, forward-thinking. So choose the style that you think will best work with your personality. Then it will ask you what traits should ChatGPT have. I put in that every response that I get from it, I want it to be professional, friendly, inspiring, motivational. I want it to be a clear communicator. I want it to be strategic, detailed-oriented, persuasive, approachable, and growth-focused. I want it to take a forward-thinking approach and view on every response it gives me. Now, the reason I chose these things is those are things I feel that align with who I am as a person. So I want to make sure we're collaborating in alignment with my behavioral traits. Another example prompt you can put there, you are helping me as a realtor in Las Vegas. I want you to always write in a friendly, approachable style while keeping the content professional. All right, so now we're going to move on to Marketing Assistant. This is where most agents get the biggest ROI right away. Marketing. You can generate social posts and emails in seconds using ChatGPT. You can create luxury level listing descriptions, and you can repurpose one piece of content into multiple assets. Okay? So you can see a basic prompt here would be, hey AI, write a just sold Instagram caption for a 4-bedroom home in Las Vegas with a casita. But a pro prompt, and this is where I want you to start elevating your prompts with AI. A pro prompt would look like, AI, your role is, you are my real estate marketing assistant. My audience is Las Vegas homeowners considering selling this fall. And the goal of this post is to write a just sold caption for a 4-bedroom home with a casita. I want your tone, AI, to be professional but warm. I don't want any emojis. I want 3 short lines and a final soft call to action, and I want you to provide me with 2 variations. So working with that, I got my output example, which is just sold a stunning 4-bedroom home with a private casita off the market. Buyer demand is strong. If you're considering selling, let's connect. All right, so let's go over to Script Partner. With ChatGPT, you can role play objections and practice through conversations anytime. Okay, so basic prompt would be role play a seller who thinks their home is worth more than $20,000. A pro prompt, or $20,000 more. A pro prompt, your role, AI, is you are a seller convinced your home is $20K over market. Your goal, create a 6-turn role play with realistic pushback. Tone, I want you to be firm but respectful. Constraints, use seller logic, neighbor sells and upgrades, for example. In the format, label each turn seller or agent after role play. This suggests 3 improvements to my responses. So if we go over to actual ChatGPT here, I'm going to pull up this example. Okay, so I told it its role, you're a seller convinced your home is $20K over market. Context, I am the realtor. Okay, I gave it everything I needed to do, and here is my 6-turn role play followed by phrasing tweaks for me. So seller, my neighbors sold their place for $20,000 more just months ago. Our home is nicer, so I don't see why we should sell for less. Well, that is a great reference point, Mr. Seller. The difference is the market conditions have shifted slightly since then, and current comparable homes are closing closer to $500,000. So you can see you can do this way. And in a bit, I'm going to show you actually how to use voice prompting to do this live with AI, which is really stellar and next level. Okay. Client Experience Manager. So ChatGPT helps you send instant updates and keep clients informed. Okay. So basic prompt, write a friendly update for my seller, Christina, about 2 showings and pending a feedback. Instead of just staying basic like that, enhance it by saying, write a client update text to my seller, Christina. The context, 2 showings today. Buyer liked a home, but not location. Buyer B's agent hasn't seen any feedback yet. And tone, professional, but warm. The format, SMS text, 2 to 3 sentences under 320 characters, and with a commitment to follow up by tomorrow at 10 a.m. So if we come over here, here's my prompt that I copy and pasted into here. And here's the response. Hi, Christina. We had 2 showings today. One buyer liked the home, but the location wasn't the right fit. I'm still waiting for feedback from the other agent and will follow up no later than 10 a.m. tomorrow. Please let me know if you have any questions in the meantime. So look, my friends, I can come up with that obviously on my own, but by putting this prompt into ChatGPT, I just saved myself minutes from having to create the language on my own. And I was forward thinking of what type of commitment can I put onto this for 10 a.m. tomorrow. So it takes all the legwork out for yourself, saving you loads of time. All right, avoiding pitfalls. Remember, always edit in your voice, double check stats, and protect confidentiality. This keeps ChatGPT a tool and not a liability. Okay? So make sure you really focus on these customized settings so it's talking and acting like you would, and go back and forth with it. You're going to start learning the way AI operates, and you're going to want to change a few things so it keeps who you are at the forefront. So this is where repetition and practice comes into play, just like everything else. Before you know it, you're just going to be so masterful going through all this fun stuff. All right, so I want to go over some game-changing features. That was just a nice overview for you. And if we go back to AI here and we start at the home page, so here's an overall picture of what the home page would look like. You click your name down here, go to Customize ChatGPT as a refresher, and here's where you can put your tonality, how you want it to think, and all that fun stuff. If you wanted to start a new chat, you're going to just simply click up here and type in your prompt right there. And then over here under chats is where every chat you have is going to live. And then we're also going to go over what projects are here in a bit. Okay. Voice mode. This one's really exciting. Okay. So this is where you can make practical calls into real time, engage in verbal conversations with AI to stimulate client interactions, for example. Role-play objections live, handle challenging scenarios through spoken dialogue. Confidence builder anytime, strengthen your communication skills whenever you have a free moment. So let's role-play something here. So if I'm starting on a new chat, and again, if you don't see something that you're seeing on my screen, it's probably because you need to upgrade to the Pro version. But over here, you're going to see use voice mode. And you're just going to start talking. Hey, AI, can you hear me?
Hey there. Yep, I can definitely hear you loud and clear. Let me know what you need and we'll jump right in.
Awesome. I want to do some script and role play with you. I want you to be a seller who thinks your home is worth $20,000 more than what the market is suggesting. I want you to be stern, but also respectful with me. And let's do a scenario where we go back and forth. Does that sound good?
Absolutely, that sounds great. We can definitely do that. So I'll step into the role of your seller who's a bit convinced about that higher price, and we can just dive into the mo play whenever you're ready.
Awesome. Also, AI, when we finish, can you give me a summary on how I can enhance my conversation for next time?
Of course, I'd be happy to do that. We'll go through our back and forth, and then at the end, I'll give you a quick summary with a few tips on how to enhance your approach. Let's jump in.
Awesome. Let's get started. All right, Miss Seller, we reviewed all of the comparables and market data on your neighborhood. And as the data is showing us, I do suggest we list your house for $600,000. Are you ready to move forward with me?
Well, I appreciate the data you've pulled together, but I have to say I really think my home is worth at least 620,000. I've seen what my neighbor's house sold for, and I know we've done some upgrades they didn't have. So I'm a bit firm on that higher number.
I totally understand that. And a lot of sellers do want to price their home with what they really feel the market is showing and what their value is. The thing that's going on here, Miss Seller, is the market has quickly shifted over the last 3 months. So even homes that are priced competitively in your neighborhood are sitting on the market for 90 plus days right now. So Miss Seller, let me ask you, if we were not under contract 3 months from now, what would your world look like? What does that mean to you if we're not under contract in 90 days?
Well, I do see your point, and I definitely wouldn't want to be sitting on the market that long. If we weren't under contract in 90 days, I guess it would be pretty stressful because we do have plans to move. But I still feel like we should try for that higher price first and then maybe adjust if needed.
All right, so let me ask you this, Miss Seller. If we start high and we're not getting any showings and we're losing traffic right off the beginning, how would that make you feel? Because the other option is to start a little lower and to get a lot more traffic and potentially more than one offer at the table so we can ultimately reach your goal of getting you under contract.
I see what you're saying, and that does make sense. I wouldn't want to lose out on traffic or potential buyers, so I guess if we start a little lower and get more interest, that's probably going to get us to that goal faster. All right, I'm open to your strategy. Let's go ahead with your recommendation.
Okay, and Miss Seller, I also want you to think of it like this. This price is just our starting point, but we want to start strong and see what traffic brings us. Are you ready to move forward so we can get your listing photos scheduled?
Absolutely. That sounds like a solid plan. I'm convinced. Let's go ahead and move forward and get those listing photos scheduled. Thanks for walking me through it. I'm ready to go.
All right, my friend. So you see how cool that is. It records here on text everything that's happened, and it will provide me how I can improve next time. So it is literally that easy. You just want to be as specific as you possibly can. So you're getting everything out of it that you possibly need. All right. So the next one we have here is projects. Okay. This helps you organize campaigns and workflows. It creates dedicated spaces for different aspects of your business. Okay. So this keeps you organized by campaign or workflow. And then on the back end, you can upload PDFs, photos, playbooks, anything it needs to remember everything about that project. So over here, project, you can see I have an Agent Edge training. Yes, everything we're going over today was assisted by my AI assistant under my project. Okay, so if we're going to click on new project, let's say we want to start a drip campaign. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's say we want to start a farming in 123 Main Street. I'm going to hit create project after naming it. Okay. If I had any files, any PDFs with instructions, I would just simply upload it here from my desktop. It's as easy as that. But here I would say AI, this project's goal is to secure 1 to 2 listings from the neighborhood. And I'll just talk it out loud because it's easier. But you can put something like AI, this project's goal is to secure 1 to 2 listings a month from the neighborhood of X, targeted at around 123 Main Street. I want you to come up with a robust game plan that includes postcards, videos, text, emails. And I want you to lay that out on a table for me. And anytime I need help, I'm going to come back to this project with you. So a month from now, when I need to edit or improve or to add on to my efforts, I go right back to this project, and it's going to remember everything from the ground up, including all the PDFs and instructions that I add into here. So you can also see there's an add instructions here too. Maybe you want the tonality for this one to be different as opposed to other projects and regular chats. Okay. So that's a feature I use quite often. You also can do file uploads in ChatGPT. So this will save you hours. So if we come back here, let's say I just needed a new chat, I can hit this little plus sign, and it's as easy as adding files and folders, and you can put a PDF there. And for example, my friends, you upload a PDF, and you can have it give you a quick summary or a breakdown. You can actually use this to put a CMA report in it and ask AI, please review the CMA summary report in detail, and I want you to create a summary with bullet points that I can send to my seller to show them confidence in this list price. Okay? So there's a whole bunch of things you guys can do with those file uploads. You can create offers or listing summaries, upload an RPA, a listing sheet, multiple offers, and get a concise comparison that you can share with clients. Sometimes we just need this as backup. You want to brain dump everything and just have it organize everything that's going on in your brain so you can very clearly and concisely reiterate this to your clients, okay? You can draft pricing emails, summarize inspection reports. Okay, so here's a prompt after uploading a CMA. Summarize a CMA into 3 talking points I can use in a seller pricing conversation. I want you to keep it clear and confident. All right, photos content. This is also a cool one. On that same feature, so if we go right back to ChatGPT, on that same feature, I can upload a photo of a house and have it write a description for me. Okay, I can use property images as a foundation for marketing materials. I can generate multiple content pieces just from a quick visual print. So I can upload a photo and say, write an MLS description and a Facebook ad caption for this home. I want you to keep it professional and exciting. Okay, so there's a lot we can do there. Right? Web browsing, pull real-time news. Okay, access current market information and industry updates, research neighborhoods, gather detailed information about specific areas, generate timely content, create relevant posts based on current events and trends. So if I come here and copy and paste this prompt right here, I come back here. When I hit this plus sign, let me get this out of the way. So I'm going to hit this little plus sign here. You want to select deep research, or you can select, I'm actually looking for the web search. Here's the web search because I want accurate information that's hitting the internet. So search the top 3 real estate news stories in Las Vegas this week. Summarize each headline and suggest one Instagram carousel idea. So you can see it thinking there. It's searching the web. It pulled me the top 3 and the sources that they're coming from. So here are the top 3 real estate news stories in Las Vegas this week, each spotlighting a key trend shaping your market. Below each summary, I've included a strategic, mindset-driven idea for an Instagram carousel post to elevate engagement and reinforce your brand as a forward-thinking, value-driven realtor. So you can see here, number 1, Las Vegas, fastest cooling housing market in the U.S., and it gives you Instagram carousel ideas. Now, I want you to think about AI. Don't let it just stop here. Chat with it, collaborate with it. Say, you know what, this is a great idea. Now I want you to create X, Y, and Z for me. Okay? All right. So that's just a quick go-to on how to use the web browsing. Then you have the deep research. So build 30-day campaigns, create comprehensive marketing strategies with daily activities, funnels, and nurture plans. AI equals strategists. You want to leverage their intelligence for high-level business planning. So here's a prompt that I use, and you can see the output here. So really quick, if we go back out here, that plus sign, I would switch it from web over to deep research. It's that easy. And the prompt I put in, act like a lead gen specialist for realtors. Build a 30-day for sell by owner content strategy in Henderson using short form video, emails, and social post. Format a table with day, channel, hook, and a call to action. And this one takes a while to think because it's doing that deep researching. But after about 5 minutes, it created a 30-day content calendar for me with the exact headers that I asked for. All right, so let's keep moving on. Now, behind the curtain, I did mention that this masterclass was built with ChatGPT. Everything you're seeing was created using AI assistance, okay? Agendas, slides, the handouts you're getting with this, a complete workflow from concept to delivering materials. But I use it as a collaboration, not a replacement. AI enhances human experience rather than substituting it. So I sit here with sometimes hours going back and forth until it's perfected and feels and sounds like me. So I want you guys to start getting in there and just practicing. So you're going to get a toolkit that you can download with this presentation. You'll get a prompt bank with over 20 ready-to-use prompts for marketing, scripts, and client updates, okay? And I want you to start putting those into practice. All right. So create your first project after you upgrade to the Pro plan. Organize your AI workflow with a dedicated space for your most important business area. Try one of the big features. Select the capability that addresses your most pressing business need. Implement before the weekends. Set a concrete deadline to ensure you put your knowledge into practice. Okay, I want you guys to start today. AI is only getting stronger. And it's unbelievable the shift I have seen with it just over the last 6 months. So I look forward to doing this class in another 6 months to see what enhancements are in front of us. You want to stay ahead of your competition, my friends. Don't stay behind the curve. Don't be afraid of AI. Again, think of it as your collaborator. It is your partner. And it is your assistant to take time off of your plate so you guys can succeed. Make sure you're going to the resource button below and downloading your toolkit and start practicing your prompts today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in our next training. Bye, everyone.